Welcome back, Eagles. I'm your host, Hope Lanham.
And I'm your host, Connor.
And we're here in the nest. On today's episode, we'll talk with Elizabeth Dalton about SAA and events coming up.
We'll be back in just a moment with Hope and Elizabeth to discuss more about the SAA.
Student culture on campus is very diverse. Lots of people from all walks of life that continue on going down different journeys, and all of our time here together is spent in the best way possible.
Go Eagles!
Go Eagles!
Go Eagles!
Go Eagles!
I would say that everything that I was promised and was shown before coming here is the same as what I got. There's no trouble finding a place for you to fit in if you come to MSU.
Welcome back, Eagles. Elizabeth, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Hope.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good.
That's good.
You're a sophomore, right?
Yes.
And what's your major?
Community Support Services with a minor in child development.
And what is that?
Speech pathology.
Speech pathology? Why do you have an interest in that?
I work in ABA therapy back home, and I just really like working with kids and showing them how to have fun and how to work with other kids better.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
And why did you choose to come to Morehead?
I did the Governor Scholars Program and the Rogers Scholars Program, and Morehead offers a lot of really good scholarships for that. And then I'm a triplet, and all my brothers went to UK.
Oh,
and
you
I
wanted
didn't
to be different.
Sorry, I'm quirky and different.
And you're an SAA, right?
Yes.
And what is SAA?
SAA is the Student Alumni Ambassadors. It's a program to help network with alumni and just get some really good career skills.
Okay, and what role do you play in that?
I'm just a general member.
General member? Okay. And why did you join SAA?
So it started out as like my sorority, Chi Omega, we had to be in like 2 different other groups. And my Gamma Chi, Carrie, was in SAA and she told me about it. And then she told me about the networking, and that really interested me, just meeting alumni and working with campus.
Is that your favorite part, the networking?
It is. My favorite event is probably our homecoming kickoff.
Okay.
It's just like a big mixer of all the alumni, and they come and there's an open bar and a bunch of food, and they just talk to you and they want to learn about you. What it's
And
like
how
being a
many
student.
people do you usually have at the homecoming kickoff?
I want to say this year there was at least like 60 or 70. There were a lot of people there.
That's a good turnout. And was that last weekend?
This was on Friday.
Friday. Okay, that's awesome. And what are the requirements if someone wants to be an SAA?
I think you just have to be a student.
A student, okay.
Yeah.
Is there an interview process?
Yeah, there is. There's an interview process. You'll fill out an application like while they're doing like recruiting.
Okay.
And so you'll fill that out, and then they go through those applications, and then a certain number of them get an interview, and then a certain number from the interview actually get in.
Okay. Do you know how many applicants you had this year?
I want to say we had around 50.
That's a good
maybe.
number. And how many could you accept?
I think we took 30.
30. Okay.
But that could be wrong.
Okay. And what upcoming events do you have?
We're actually just now starting like pre-registration for the Nearly Naked Mile.
Okay.
It's one of our philanthropy events.
Okay.
It's for like the coat drives in the local shelters here. And what you do is you either pay $5 or you donate a coat at the registration, and that's on the 23rd.
The 23rd. I actually ran the Nearly Naked Mile last year.
Did you have fun?
I had fun. I was great. I had like a superhero mask.
I remember that.
It was a big thing. But this year I'm gonna dress up. So
It's Halloween themed.
it is Halloween
is.
themed. I hear there might be an award for best costume. Is that?
I think, but
Is
that
that
could be
true?
wrong.
That-
If
okay.
not, I'll give out an award.
I'll take it. I'm
Yeah.
thinking like Scooby-Doo. I don't know.
Please.
We'll see. But you had a big turnout last year.
It was really fun. It was one of my first events that weren't like alumni related in SAA, and it was super fun. I built a balloon arch, and the wind was like super, super heavy, so it was like blowing away.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thanks for talking with us today. I really
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Hope.
And after this, we'll be back with Dea's segment, Jukebox Club.
Interested in starting a student organization at MSU? Visit Morehead State's Eagle Link website. Search Morehead State Eagle Link on Google and it will be among the top results. Click on Organizations in the hamburger menu to view existing groups, or you can click Start a Student Organization for a step-by-step guide on making your own organization. For more information or help, you can visit the Student Activities Office in ADUC or email them at studentactivities@moreheadstate.edu.
Hi
Hi, welcome to Jukebox Club, a segment where I talk to MSU students about their favorite albums. Today I have with me Miss Kylie Pollitt. So Kylie, what are we talking about?
Hi, it's great to be here. So I'm probably going to talk about Taylor Swift's Speak Now album.
So what about the Speak Now album makes it your favorite?
Okay, so I just have a very nostalgic tie to it because I started listening to Taylor Swift whenever I was really young, whenever she was still country. And her Speak Now tour was actually my first ever concert.
Wow.
And so that album has always been really special to me because it was my one and only concert for a really long time. But actually this year in November, I'm going to her Eras tour. So it's kind of like a fun little cap in. I mean, obviously I'm hoping that it's not going to be my last concert.
Right.
But, so that album's just really nostalgic to me. I am a Dear John fan. I don't know, I love a good power ballad.
Yeah.
And so actually, Never Grow Up is a very special song to me as well, because so actually at the concert, little second grade me, I was fine during the concert, but I guess after the concert, I just started sobbing because the song made me miss my dad.
Oh.
And so, because I think we went to like an overnight and stayed, in downtown Louisville.
Yeah.
And because there's like a lyric to the song and it says like, remember the footsteps, like when your dad gets home. And so my dad, whenever he gets home from work, like he does have a very distinct sound of his footsteps, like coming up the stairs and stuff. So I always remember that and it made me miss him. So my mom tried to call him to have, this is really sad, but she had me talk to him, but I couldn't even talk to him on the phone because the sound of his voice made me cry more.
Aww.
So, but
that's so sweet though.
Yeah, it's sweet. I mean, I wouldn't say it's my favorite song, but like it's a very special song to me, I guess. My least favorite song is actually really controversial because I didn't realize that this was a beloved song from a lot of fans, but I actually hate Long Live.
Really?
Yes.
That is actually.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it was always a skip. Even whenever I was younger, and it still is now. I don't know. I mean, I kind of have grown around to it a little bit, but it's still just not my favorite. Well, after the Speak Now kind of area, I would definitely say Enchanted. I'm really excited to hear her sing that live. I know it's not gonna happen, but my all-time favorite Taylor Swift song is The Last Time, with her collab with Gary Lightenbody.
Thank you so much for coming on, Kylie. It was so nice talking to you. I cannot wait to see how you experience Eras Tour. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time on Jukebox Club.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, I'll admit, I'm not much of a Taylor Swift fan myself, but did you have anything to say about that segment we just had?
I've never been to the Eras tour, but some of my friends went, and all they talk about is how hard it is to get tickets. So
I've always heard it's really hard to get the tickets with people buying them and reselling them, but if I ever get the chance to go, I'm not going to say no. So some of the things that Hope hit on, more personal things, I'd like to talk more about the events that you've got coming up.
Yeah.
So what was it called? The Near Naked Mile?
The Nearly Naked Mile.
Nearly Naked Mile. I'm new here to Moorhead, my first year here, so I've never heard much about that. Could you tell us just a little bit more about that?
It's super fun. Again, it's a philanthropy event, so we raise money and then actual coats to take to a local coat drive. But basically you show up in costumes for the theme. I think last year's theme was superheroes, and then this year's theme is Halloween. So like in your Halloween costumes, not completely naked, like nothing you don't want your grandma to see. Like please don't be naked. And you run a mile and you raise money and support a good cause, and it's really fun. I have a lot of fun.
It sure sounds interesting, I'll give you that. So is there any other big events that you all have coming up, or any that have already passed that you'd like to talk about?
We don't have too much in the fall just because we spend the first half like recruiting, and then the second half really working on the Nearly Naked Mile. But in the spring, one of our biggest events is Gala, the Morehead State Gala, and it's a big alumni event. We raise a lot of money, a lot of food, a lot of events. It's really like an all hands on deck for campus groups, but the alumni ambassadors like work the door and just make sure everyone's comfortable and stuff.
So where's that going to be located at?
ADUC.
And then something else that I also forgot to ask, the Nearly Naked Mile, where's that going to be held at?
So registration will be at 6:30 at the rec, and then you actually start running at 7.
Okay. So, I've already forgotten. What did you say the name of the event was that you all have coming up in the spring?
Gala.
Okay, so how would one go about signing up for something like that?
So you don't sign up for Gala. It's like a alumni event, but there's certain organizations that work Gala. So like SAA, I know SGA does a little bit. I think the dance team did some stuff with it because they put on like a show, and then like the vocal choral groups do some stuff as well.
So it sounds like it's probably going to be pretty packed, I would assume.
Last year it was insane. I've never seen ADUC that dressed up and with that many people in it.
Really?
Even at 12 on a weekday for lunch.
That's very impressive. It sounds like your organization really does reach out and create quite a lot of interesting, very interesting apparently, events.
Yeah.
Do you all have anything else major that will be happening throughout the year? Or are those just the two big ones?
The homecoming and Gala are our two big alumni events, and then we have little events here and there. We'll do iHeart MSU Week in the spring, which is for scholarships, really just raising awareness for scholarships and getting people to apply for scholarships. So, and like the campus cab is year round. So if you ever see SAA people driving a golf cart, ask them for a ride because they'll give it to you.
Well, I'll make sure to check out that, what did you say it was, the Gala?
Gala in the spring, yes. But Nearly Naked Mile's coming up. You should go.
Okay, well, I'll make sure to check it out. Well, thank you again for coming out here with us today. We'll be back in just a moment with me and Hope to wrap things up here.
Would you like to become a certified professional in the latest media software? In an increasingly competitive job market, having your Adobe certification shows your expertise with Adobe software. Being certified can lead to higher job prospects, increased earning potential, access to exclusive resources, and support from the Adobe community. Does this sound like the right path for you? The testing center is in Breckenridge Hall, room 330. For more information, contact Tony Glover.
Thanks for watching today's episode, Eagles, and special thanks to Elizabeth for joining us to talk about SAA.
I couldn't agree more. Thank you very much, Elizabeth, for joining us. If anybody else out there has any other questions or would like to know more about some of the events they're going to be having coming up, you can check them out at MSU_SAA.
We'll see you next time here in the Nest.